Hey, what's going on, Leos? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your December read from now to the end of December. I'm a few days late, I know. As most of you know, I quit smoking. I know it's a filthy habit, but I quit. This is day 16, and some days are hard, harder than others. And I'm never going to put out videos for quantity. I only put out videos for quality. So if I'm not feeling it, I just won't put it out because I don't want to waste your time at the end of the day. I'd rather just not put out videos than put out shitty ones. Anyway, with all that being said, it is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Wild Reflections Tarot. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Leos? For December 2024. What's going on for Leos? All right, Leos. Let's get to it. There's a lot going on here. A lot. And I love every bit of it. So the first thing I see is I feel like there's this new connection. Now, like I said, this is from now to the end of December. For some of you, this is someone you just met. It's definitely a new energy. There's definitely a new energy here. But like I said, for some of you, you may have just met this person, or it is someone that is coming in. But there's a whole lot going on, and it gets real hot real quick. You know, very spontaneous. You know, I feel like meeting this person, it moves very quickly. There's a very, we start off, we have the Knight of Wands, which is very quick, very impulsive. And then we have the Empress, which is that very alluring. I feel like there's a lot of attraction between the two of you, and it's not just physical. And we're going to get into what I mean by that, but it's just something about this person. There's just something about you that draws the two of you together. And it's very young. You know, it's a very young feeling type energy. And what I mean by young feeling, we follow that Empress up with the Emperor. The yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the nurturer, the protector. You know, I feel like feeling very safe, very comfortable with each other very quickly. And what I meant by young, it just feels like, you know, that first time that you felt that pull towards someone. The first time you felt love. You know, it feels like the first time. That's what this feels like. It feels... And what I mean by that first love is not... I'm not talking about that first obsession or the first attraction. I'm talking about that first feeling of fearlessness. Like you're just drawn to this person. And you just want to tell them. Tell the world at that. You know, it's just like you're committing to it. You're taking the leap. I mean, you fell. I feel like this is like love at first sight. And I don't want to sound corny in that, but I don't know how else to say it. You know, when you're young and you fall in love, it's not like you don't think about all the other bullshit. You know, you're not thinking about tomorrow. You're not thinking about how many kids you're going to have, or, you know, I mean, that first moment when you fall for someone, you know, you don't worry about their baggage. You're not worried about that shit. You're worried about, you're in the moment. And with this person, I feel like it's just in the moment, but that moment seems to kind of carry on. I mean, I feel like this is what you've been waiting for. You're what they've been waiting for. It's we got the Ace of Wands as well, so I mean, very inspiring. You know, you just bring something out of each other. Something I feel like it's been a long time since you felt this way. It's been a long time since you felt even a fraction of this. And that's what I love about this. I mean, this is a soulmate. And I don't know how, there's no other way to put it. I mean, this is soulmate, twin flame energy. You know, it's with that Lover's card, I know, you know, when we say, I like to coin the phrase, the iceberg love, but that doesn't apply here. I also like to always coin the phrase in certain reads as a firefighter love, is that you run in with, you're not even thinking about it. You're not thinking about getting burned. You're not thinking about, you know, the long-term effects. You're drawn in. That's who you are. That's what it's like being with this person. I love that. I dig it. You know, just open with each other. You know, sharing fantasies and dreams, and it's just so free. And this is what I'm saying. Trust your intuition when it comes to this, Leo. Like, keep talking. Keep moving forward here. You know, keep that communication flowing. Don't let any past bullshit stop you from enjoying this. You know, sometimes we get into a really good situation, we start to overthink it. You know, that's not what we need here. It's about being honest and being open, and I feel like it's going to come naturally, so you really don't have to think about it. I don't know why I'm making this such a big deal, but I don't feel like you're going to be thinking about it. You know what I mean? You're just going to be thinking about how good it feels to be with this person. You know, giving everything you have to it, and them giving everything back. I mean, just letting the love flow. I think I've said about 3 song titles so far. It feels like the first time, though. I mean, it just does. It just feels like... I hope you get what I mean. Like, I know my mind works in a very weird way sometimes, and sometimes I feel like I'm on another planet talking to people, because some people just... I know in my everyday life, people sometimes look at me like I'm crazy. How my brain works, I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry, so it is what it is. But you know what I mean? It's like that first love where you're not worried about it. You know, when you get older, you've been through a few heartbreaks, you start going on dates again, and you have these like boundaries. There's no boundaries. Somebody's car alarm went off, but that was mine. There's no boundaries, though. Why did the alarm go off when I'm talking about boundaries? You know, that's a red flag. Don't have boundaries in a relationship. You know, I feel like we don't listen to that enough when we meet someone and we have these like boundaries that pop up. We're like, you know, like these alarms go off. But we want it to work with some people, so we keep going through that, even though we already have that hesitation. But with this, we don't have that. There's no alarms. It's just free. It's there for the taking. You both know what you want, and you both will get what you want. You know exactly what you want. That emotional fulfillment, that passion, that showing up for each other. Like I said, they'll show up for you. They're not holding back here. They're giving to you as much as you're giving to them, and then some. All that other bullshit doesn't matter. And that's what real love is about. It's not about the baggage and the boundaries and all that other shit. If you care about someone, none of that matters. And that's what I mean by that young love. Is when you're young, you don't think about where this is going, or you're not thinking about who this person's been with, or what baggage they have. When you're young and you fall in love, you're just in love, and you're in the moment, and you're just enjoying it. And that's what I feel here. It's just but this is something that just keeps going, and it's going and going and going. I mean, like I said, love at first sight. I mean, I know I've said this before. I don't really believe in love at first sight. I believe that you can fall for a person's energy the first time you feel it. So it's similar, so I'm not going to get into semantics here. But like I said, what I see is a lot of happiness. This person just wants to grab you and hold on. And I feel like that's exactly what they're going to do. Like, this is one of the most intense connections I've ever seen. I mean, it's passion, it's emotional. It's tender, it's rough. I mean, it's all that, Like that first, when you first... I don't know why I keep harping on this, but I'm going to go back to it again. Because I'm feeling it. I'm seeing it. It's like when you first have that first real connection with someone, and you don't have that restraint. You know what I mean? You make out any chance you get. You don't care who's around. You just feel it coming out of every part of you. You just feel it's just oozing out of you, and you don't give a shit. You just enjoy it. Somewhere along the way, I mean, it's like that in life. And I feel like if you can meet someone that you feel that way with, hold on. Hold on to it. We lose so many things from being... Anyway, I'm going to finish this read. We'll get into that in a minute. With this person, we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius. We get some Cancer, some Pisces, some Taurus. I guess some Libra as well. We lose that along the way in life. You ever watch, I don't know if you have kids, or you have nieces and nephews, or you have little brothers and little sisters, whatever it is. You ever watch how free they are? I love that. They don't give a shit. My daughter goes and gets dressed, and she'd go outside in what she wears. I can't let her sometimes because it's just ridiculous. Like some of the things she tries to go outside in. But she doesn't care. And we lose that along the way. We start to give a shit what other people care, or what other people think. I mean, I'm starting to lose that again. I feel like this is a cycle, and it's funny because, kids are like that, and then older people are like that. Like my dad, he's starting to get like that. He doesn't care. I remember growing up, my dad always had a suit on. Always wearing a suit. And if he wasn't wearing a suit, he was wearing a nice pair of jeans and one of those golf t-shirts, the golf with the collar and stuff. Always had a belt, always had a shirt tucked in. You know what I mean? And now, like, I see him in tracksuits. And then, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with tracksuits, but I never see my dad in a tracksuit. You know, wearing jogging pants and a matching hoodie. That's on the good days. Other days, like the other day, I was at his house and he was wearing jogging pants. He had some flip flops on, and he had a jogging pant. Like, you know how you get the set, the jogging pants and the hoodie. Well, he had a hoodie from a different set altogether. And I mean, the pants are brown. The top was green. It made me laugh because now he's at the and he was going to the store like that. You know, somewhere in the middle though, we care too much what other people think. You know, I wish I could have that complete freedom. Now, my brother, you know, he's like that. My brother never cared what he was wearing, or you know, and it's funny because we all think that people have this idea that if we dress cool, people will like us. My brother always had lots of friends. My brother doesn't care. My oldest son is like that. He reminds me of my brother so much. He doesn't care. As long as he's not naked, he'll go in anything. So I gotta kind of watch him too. But it's not just about clothes. It's not just about what you're wearing. I'm talking about, like, we lose somewhere along the way from being a child. Like, when my daughter, she sings at the top of her lungs. I don't sing in front of people. I wish I could have that, but that's what I mean. Like, there's this moment somewhere where we lose that, and anytime we can find that and tap into it, tap in. And I feel like that's what you have here. You have something you could tap into. You can get back to that place. And as long as you're with this person, you always have that place. You know, with me and my partner, me and her, like, I feel like I can be that with her. I don't worry about what, you know. I may wear a shirt that's a couple sizes too small, or a pair of pants that are a couple sizes too big. I don't care about that. Or, you know, I don't care if I get out of the shower and I just walk around in a towel. I don't care. And that's my safe place. When you find that, hold on to it, is what I'm saying. In a nutshell, is what I'm saying. That person you can have that freedom with, that feeling. You know, the spark with that right person just never really goes away. Sometimes it may be a little dimmer. You know, especially when you have kids. I know when me and her, when we started having kids, you know, you lose a little bit, but you gotta fight for it. You know, it's not like you can just do everything you could before, but it doesn't mean you can't do anything you did before. Getting off topic, I feel it. So I'm gonna let you go now. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.